food, shelter, and work permits. That's what many immigrants are receiving in Mexico. So what's wrong with keeping them here while they wait to apply for asylum in the U.S.? Well, there were more than 2,500 murders in Tijuana in 2018, and just this past December, 2 Honduran teens were tortured and murdered during a robbery. And that's not all.
Pensé que Tijuana era más diferente, pero ya vi que no porque es un estado muy peligroso. Más que todo porque aquí hay trata de blancas, o sea, mucha prostitución de menores.
That's 14-year-old Aaliyah, who you met earlier in the special. She's right. There is a lot of prostitution and police activity, which is to be expected in the city named the most violent in the world. There are 7 murders a day in Tijuana. That's why attorneys like Erica Pineda say the president's stay in Mexico policy is deadly.
I anticipate that people will die because of the Remain in Mexico policy. When people who are fleeing persecution are forced to wait here, the persecutors come and find them. We've seen a lot of disappearances of migrants in Tijuana and the unfortunate murder of 2 unaccompanied children recently.
The director of Casas YMCA knew those children. Uriel Gonzalez tells us what happened.
They decided to go to the downtown area where the official shelter was established. When they were close to that community, they were hooked by members of the organized crime. They were kidnapped, they were tortured, and 2 of them were assassinated. Why? Because they trust and they thought that people was talking to them because they were nice.
Housing unaccompanied minors presents special challenges on both sides of the border. This, a very vulnerable population. They can be subject to human trafficking, and many will never achieve their goal of life in the U.S.
The United States Border Patrol for quite a while has been sounding the alarm, if you will. We're beyond capacity. It's to the point now where I'm holding more people, that we're arresting more people, and I haven't even gotten rid of the ones that we had arrested yesterday yet. And at the same time, we're having this influx of family groups that requires a lot more processing, a lot more challenges.
CBP is the largest federal law enforcement agency in the United States. We've seen historically that CBP had the capacity and to process exponentially more people at ports of entry than they are right now. This is an intentional deterrent policy by the Trump administration to make conditions so bad for asylum seekers who are forced to wait in Mexico that they give up their claims to seek protection in the United States.
When we come back, my final thoughts.